Hey guys, and welcome back to episode number 4 of flipping 5 mil into 1 bill. So in this episode, we're starting off with 52,720,000 because that's what we kind of ended up with our last episode. And then towards the end of this episode, I will tell you how much I've made and how I made it and what sort of things I did. And hopefully we will make tons of money because episode number 5 will be around the corner. So today I'm going to be using Flip Chat 1. They are a friend chat that flip God Wars dungeon items like Armadillo, Bandos, Subjugation, those sorts of items, and we're going to be using their prices today to make a bit of money. So let's get started. I strongly suggest that if you're going to be doing the same items as me today, that you actually join the friends chat, you sit in there for about 5 minutes, and that's what I kind of did, got used to the prices and then started to flip. So 5 minutes, you know the prices. I strongly suggest that you make sort of like a list of the items you're going to flip, in order, because that will strongly help, because directly you sell and buy an item, you'll notice that, what should I do next? What did I do? Have I already done this item? So I strongly suggest that you make a list of items you're going to flip, and then you kind of follow your list until you've done every single item. Because their friends chat right now has about 27 items, I think it is. So flipping all those items and not keeping track of which ones you've done already, you'll end up with about 2 to 3 items in your grand exchange, and you'll notice that, wait a second, I've done those already, and that's something you want to kind of move away from. Today I did about an hour's worth of flipping, and the reason why I only did an hour and I didn't do much longer than that is because I want you guys to kind of follow me along the way. On my other 3 episodes, I did receive so many private messages saying, hey, can you take it a bit slower because I'm kind of following you on this and I want to kind of do it at the same time. So I'm taking it slow for now, but then directly we hit about 100 million, you will notice that each episode I will be making about 10 to 15 million, a lot more than what I'm making right now. And you'll notice that when I'm at 500 million, I'm making about 20 to 30 million, per episode. So you'll notice that my profits will definitely go up as I'm getting higher banks. I strongly suggest though, if you do have about 50 million, you do stick to the God Wars dungeon items. Next episode, I'm going to risk it and I'm going to do Drygores, because I know that some of you guys want to flip Drygores, and it's very important for you guys to flip Drygores because that's where the money does kind of speed up, and that's our next item to be flipping. But I strongly suggest that you start flipping Drygores when you can afford 2 of them, so about 70-80 million. So I want to kind of speed that up so we can get to those sort of items, and then we can kind of flip them all together and do them all at the same time. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to give you a few examples to kind of get you used to flipping these sort of items. And in case some of you have trouble, you can kind of just like follow me along. But please remember that if you're flipping this like even 10 minutes later, prices would have changed. So every single price you see in this video is completely outdated, even 5 minutes after making this video. So you're going to have to find the prices yourself in the friends chat. So let me just give you a few examples. So in the friends chat, they said the murmur was 2,000 to 2,375. When they say 2,000, they mean 2,000 with a K next to it, which means 2 million. So 2 million to 2.375 million. So they expect you to make 375k profit. So what I did was I kind of waited in the friends chat for about 10 minutes until someone updated it. And because someone updated it, they said that it hadn't bought at 2 million, but they eventually rose it up to 2.1 million, and it bought after like 30 seconds. And pretty much 2 minutes later, he sold it for 2.3 million, which means he made 200k profit in about 3 minutes. So I thought, hey, instead of me starting off at 2 million and then eventually rising to 2.1, I'm just going to slap it in at 2.1 million and then sell it at 2.3 and get my 200k, and I'm out. So that's what I did. I bought it for 2.101 million, so 2,101k, and then I put it in for 2.315 million, or 2,315k, which means that I was going to get around 210k profit, and it sold after about 5 minutes. So I made pretty much for 200k in 5 minutes, and if I do the same with all my grand exchange slots, I'm easily making a few million here and there every hour. So let me give you another example now. So the subjugation gown, it literally just bought a few seconds ago. If just go back a little bit, and I just bought literally seconds ago. They said that the price check was 4.5 million to 4.85 million. So they're expecting you to make about 350k. So I bought it at 35k above that range, so 4.535 at the lowest price, And then what I saw was someone had instantly sold it at the peak of the range. So I was kind of thinking to myself, hey, if this buys, I could easily make about 300k profit in seconds. So it bought after about a minute because I had actually seen someone buy it at the same price that I put it at just moments ago. So I did kind of expect it to buy, and I put it in to sell at 4.25, and it literally sold after 30-40 seconds. So I made another 300k in literally minutes. Flipping can be quite complicated at times, especially when so many people are updating prices. So the best thing I strongly suggest is just to go with your gut feeling. If you feel like it's going to buy at this price, you put it in for that price. And if you feel like it's going to sell for a certain price, you put it in to sell at that price. If you notice that an item doesn't buy, just forget about it. Just move on with another item, because there's no point in you overpaying for an item and then eventually you wait literally half an hour to make 100k, because you could have easily done other items with that G slot that's really important, and there's really no point of you waiting for an item to buy if it doesn't buy after about half an hour. But on the other hand, if an item doesn't sell after about half an hour to an hour, I strongly suggest you just put it back in for the price you bought at. There is no point you losing any money at all in this, God Wars dungeon flipping, because prices are constantly being bought and sold, and they're constantly jumping around. So you could easily buy and sell at a certain price if you wait long enough, and if you're willing to be flexible with your prices. The whole point of me making these videos is actually to help you. So if you ever do get stuck on anything, just post it below in any of my flipping videos and I will read it. And if I figure out that it's really complicated and I need to speak to you face to face really, I will add you in game and I will help you out. Because the whole point of me making these videos is actually to help you. So if you ever do need help in anything, I will help you out. So after an hour of flipping, I managed to make 2.65 million and I've ended up with 55.365k. So 2.6 million made in about an hour, and I've only had 52 million to start with, which is pretty decent. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.